Good morning, dear one. Take a breath. Let this moment be still. Let this moment be yours. You may have tried everything, spoken the affirmations, listened to the meditations, whispered your hopes into the quiet of the night, and yet it still feels like nothing is shifting. I understand that feeling, the disappointment, the doubt, the wondering, why isn't this working for me? You are not broken. You are not doing it wrong. You are not too late, too far gone, or too behind. What if I told you the shift begins the very moment you speak, not perfectly, but believingly, because the words we speak are not idle sounds. They are vibrations. They carry the frequency of our beliefs, our emotions, our willingness. It is not about getting every word exactly right. It's about aligning our energy with what we desire, with what we know in our heart is meant for us. The universe is always listening, but more than that, it is always responding, not just to your words, but to the energy behind them. When you say, "I am worthy," and something inside you begins to feel the truth of that, even just a little, a shift begins. You don't need to be fully confident. You don't need to be perfectly healed. You only need to be willing to try again, willing to soften the voice of self-doubt, willing to believe that your words, when chosen with care and spoken with love, are the beginning of something beautiful. You see, the universe doesn't require perfection. It only asks for authenticity. When your words rise from a place of love, belief, and trust, even in small, gentle amounts, something begins to move. Not always immediately in the outer world, but always within. And when the shift happens inside, the outer world cannot help but follow. This is not about saying the right thing so you can get what you want. This is about remembering that you are already part of the divine flow of life. And when you speak with love, with gratitude, with openness, you rejoin that flow. You return to your natural state of receiving, of deserving, of belonging. So let's begin here. Not with a demand, not with pressure, but with willingness. Place a hand gently over your heart. Take a deep breath and whisper this to yourself. I am willing to believe my words matter. Let that be the seed we plant together, because your words do matter. They carry power. They carry truth. They carry the key to unlock the life you've been quietly praying for. This moment, this breath, is not the end of the road. It is the beginning. The point of power is always in the present moment. And in this moment, you are choosing something new. You are choosing to speak with belief. You are choosing to speak with love. You are choosing to shift. Let us now explore together what it means to speak to the universe correctly, not from force, but from flow, not from fear, but from faith, not from lack, but from the deep knowing that everything you desire is already possible for you. And it begins right now. Every word I speak sends out a ripple, not just into the air around me, but into the very fabric of life itself. Words are not simply sounds. They are vibrations. They are energy in motion, and the universe hears them not only with ears, but with feeling, frequency, and attention. When we say something, anything, we are not just describing our life. We are creating it. It took me a long time to understand that it's not just the words that matter, but the energy behind them. The universe is always listening, yes, but it is listening to the tone, the belief, the emotion we carry in our words. This is why you can say, "I'm abundant," and yet feel frustrated that nothing changes. If, beneath those words, you are carrying doubt, fear, or a belief that abundance is far away, that is the signal the universe is responding to. The universe does not judge your requests. It does not punish or reward. It simply mirrors. It reflects back the energy you send out softly, faithfully, constantly. So when you begin the morning with, "Life is so hard," life listens. And when you start your day with, "Nothing ever goes my way," the day often unfolds to match that expectation. But what if just for today you began with, "I trust life. I believe something beautiful is unfolding for me"? What if your morning thoughts were soft, open, and filled with the energy of possibility rather than pressure? You don't have to get it perfect. You don't need to perform optimism. You just need to mean it. To feel the intention behind your words. That's what the universe responds to, not the grammar or the vocabulary, but the vibration. Think of it this way. When you say, "I am open," the universe moves closer. When you say, "I am safe," your nervous system softens and new possibilities begin to appear. When you say, "I am grateful," you begin to tune your awareness to blessings you might have missed. Every word is a brushstroke. You are painting the landscape of your experience with what you choose to say. So speak gently. Speak kindly. Speak on purpose. Even a small shift in language changes your energetic frequency. Instead of saying, "I have to get through this," try, "I trust myself to move through this with grace." Instead of "I'm stuck," try, "I am in the process of discovering something new." The universe does not need long speeches. It responds to truth, to alignment, to the real, honest vibration behind your words. If your energy is filled with fear and you try to cover it up with hollow affirmations, nothing will change. But when you begin to mean your words even a little bit, the shift begins. The truth is, you are always speaking to the universe. Every complaint, every thought, every quiet self-judgment is part of the conversation. And the universe, like a faithful mirror, reflects your dominant vibration back to you, not to punish, but to show you what you are creating. This is not something to fear. It is something to celebrate, because it means you have the power to create again, differently, lovingly, intentionally. And so, as you speak, ask yourself, am I speaking from love or am I speaking from fear? When we speak from love, we create more love. When we speak from trust, we create more reasons to trust. When we speak from gratitude, we begin to live in a world that constantly gives us more to be grateful for. You don't have to fix everything today, but you can choose to speak as though life is listening, because it is. Pause now. Take a slow breath and whisper, I choose words that bless my life. I speak with love. I speak with trust. The shift is already happening. Do I believe what I'm saying? This is the question I had to begin asking, not with shame, but with curiosity and compassion. Because for many years, I said all the right things. I repeated affirmations. I visualized. I asked, begged, worked, and tried. And yet, something wasn't shifting. Eventually, I discovered the quiet, tender truth behind it all. It's not just the words, it's the belief behind the words that opens the door. You see, I was saying I deserve love, but inside I still carried a quiet voice whispering, not yet, not until you do more, not until you're better. I was saying, I am open to abundance, but what I really felt was, I hope I'm good enough for it. And that's where things shifted. Not when I changed my desires, but when I changed my self-concept. The universe does not respond to the intensity of our desire. It responds to the clarity of our belief. Worthiness is not a reward for doing life right. It is a decision made in the present moment. Right here, right now, you can choose to believe. I am worthy of the good I desire, simply because I exist. This choice is not arrogance, it's alignment. Worthiness is not something we earn, it's something we allow. And that allowing is often the missing piece in manifestation. We often say we want love, abundance, healing, or peace. But beneath those words is a silent block that says, I'm not ready. I don't deserve it. I haven't done enough yet. The universe is not withholding. It is simply waiting for us to receive what we've already been asking for. And receiving requires trust, softness, openness. Imagine someone offering you a beautiful gift. You wouldn't need to earn it, justify it, or explain why you're worthy of it. You would simply smile, open your hands, and say, thank you. This is how the universe wants to give to you with ease, grace, and joy. But when we carry the energy of unworthiness, it's like holding our hands closed. Nothing can enter. Not because the universe isn't giving, but because we haven't decided we're ready to receive. Belief is the bridge between desire and experience. That's why the shift begins not by pushing harder, but by relaxing into belief. When I say I am worthy, I'm not claiming superiority. I'm claiming alignment. I'm saying to life, I accept what is already mine in the energetic field. I no longer push it away with self-doubt, and I remind myself, every time I reinforce my belief in myself, the universe echoes back in kind. So if nothing seems to be changing even after all the affirmations and practices, pause and ask yourself this. Do I believe I'm worthy of receiving what I've asked for? not with guilt, not with judgment, just with gentle honesty. Because in that moment of inquiry, a powerful new energy arises. Willingness. Willingness is where transformation begins. You don't need to believe 100% right now. You just need to be willing to believe that it's possible. Willingness is enough to invite in a new experience. So even if your mind says, "I'm not sure," let your heart whisper back, "I am willing to believe I am worthy." The truth is, you've always been enough. You've always been lovable. You've always been deserving. The shift isn't in your external world, it's in the alignment between your desire and your belief. When those two forces meet, desire and worthiness, life rushes in to match you. Pause now. Place a hand over your heart. Take a breath and say softly, "I am ready to receive. I am worthy of the good I desire." You don't have to figure it all out. You only need to remember who you are. And from that remembrance, everything begins to move. There were many moments on my journey when I felt frustrated. I had said the words, visualized the future, whispered the affirmations, and still, nothing seemed to be changing. I remember thinking, where is it? Why isn't it here yet? What am I doing wrong? But I wasn't doing anything wrong. I was simply learning to trust something deeper than results. Sometimes the shift doesn't show up on the outside right away, but that doesn't mean it's not already happening within. The universe always responds, but it also always works in divine timing. What seems like a delay is often just preparation. The path is being cleared behind the scenes. Pieces are moving. Energy is aligning. Something greater is being orchestrated beyond what we can see or understand with our limited view. And this is where trust becomes the real spiritual practice. We like to believe manifestation is about willpower, but more often, it's about patience. It's about learning to hold the vibration of what we desire, even when we don't see it yet. It's about releasing the need to control the how and allowing life to unfold with more wisdom than our plans could ever hold. So when the mind says, "It's not working," I gently return to my center and whisper back, "Something wonderful is happening. Even if I can't see it yet, I choose to trust." Because this is the truth. The universe doesn't respond to frustration. It responds to faith. And the fastest way to return to faith is gratitude. Gratitude is not about pretending everything is perfect. It's about recognizing what is good right now, however small, and letting that feeling expand. Gratitude doesn't just lift your mood, it lifts your vibration. And when your vibration rises, your reality begins to reflect that shift. Try this with me now. Take a slow breath in. And as you exhale, name 3 things you're thankful for in this moment. They can be simple. This breath, the light in the room, a warm beverage nearby. It doesn't matter what they are. It matters that you feel the thankfulness in your body. Gratitude opens the heart. And an open heart is a powerful magnet for miracles. When you begin your day with appreciation, you're not just being positive. You're setting a frequency, one that draws in ease, connection, and support. That's why I always recommend a simple morning practice. Before you reach for your phone, before you check the news or scroll through your thoughts, pause, put a hand on your chest, breathe deeply, and say, "Thank you, life. I welcome what is, and I trust what is coming." Even if things aren't perfect, especially when they're not, because that's where the magic begins, when you can feel appreciation in the middle of the unknown. That's how you let the universe know, I am ready. I am aligned. I am open. Gratitude says, I already see the good. And the universe echoes back, here's more. But this isn't about faking joy or forcing gratitude. It's about noticing, even in small, gentle ways, that life has already given you so much to honor. It's about remembering that your dreams are not being denied, they're being prepared. So while your human mind tries to plan every detail, your soul already knows the right doors will open. The perfect people will arrive. The opportunities meant for you will find their way. You do not need to push the river. You only need to trust its flow. So breathe, be still, and in that stillness, say quietly, I let go of the how. I let go of control. I trust the process of life to bring me exactly what I need. Your job is not to force the timeline. Your job is to keep your energy aligned with trust, appreciation, and love. When you do that, you become the magnet for every beautiful thing you've asked for, and more. There's a voice we hear more than any other, the one inside our own mind. And often, that voice is the one that decides what kind of day we have, what we allow ourselves to receive, and what kind of life we believe we deserve. It may sound surprising, but the first signal the universe listens to each day is your self-talk. It's not just what you say out loud. It's the silent commentary, the little phrases, the offhand judgments, the quick dismissal of your own worth. Phrases like, nothing ever works out for me. I'm so behind. I'll never figure this out. I'm not ready. These words might seem casual, harmless, but they carry a vibration, one that reinforces the very reality we want to change. Your inner dialogue becomes your energetic climate, and the universe responds to that climate faithfully. So if your internal weather is stormy with criticism and doubt, life will reflect that back in people, circumstances, and delays. But when you begin to speak to yourself with kindness, life softens. Things move. Doors open. You do not have to be perfect. You only have to be willing. One of the most powerful practices I've ever taught and lived is mirror work. You simply look into your own eyes and say words of love, encouragement, and acceptance. At first, it might feel silly. It might even bring tears. But it works, because when you see yourself and say, I love you, I accept you, I believe in you, you begin to rewire every message you've ever been told. And that changes everything. Let's remember, affirmations are not about pretending. They are about reprogramming. They help rewrite the unconscious script you've been following for years, the one that says you're not enough, not ready, not worthy. Affirmations are not just words, they are seeds. You plant them, you water them with repetition and feeling. You trust they are growing, even when you can't yet see results. The key is not saying them perfectly. The key is saying them consistently. And here's the most important part. You must feel them, not forcefully, not dramatically, just gently, sincerely. Affirmations are most powerful when they are felt as possible, even if not yet fully believed. You don't have to shout to the universe, "I have $1 million." If that feels untrue, but you can say, "I am learning to feel safe with money. I am open to receiving unexpected blessings. I am building a new relationship with abundance." The universe doesn't need your hype. It needs your honesty. One of my favorite phrases to begin with is this: I am willing to believe this can change. That willingness opens the door, and then your consistent practice keeps it open. Ask the universe to meet you where you are. You can say, "Help me release the blocks I can't yet see. Guide me in healing the parts of me that are afraid to receive. Show me what it feels like to believe in myself." When you ask with sincerity, support arrives. It may come as a new thought, a book recommendation, a message from a friend, or a sudden moment of clarity, but it will come. Because when you align your words with belief, even just a little, the universe shifts in response. So today, let's carry one powerful phrase together. Let's not just say it. Let's feel it. Let it become a gentle rhythm behind everything we do. Pause for a moment now. Place a hand on your heart. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, softly say, "I am worthy of all the good coming to me." Let that truth settle in your body. Let it move through the cells that once held fear. Let it speak to the little child inside you who was waiting for permission. Let it rise gently into the energy you carry into your relationships, your work, your choices. Repeat it often, not to convince yourself, but to remind yourself of what's already true. You are worthy, always have been, always will be. And every word you speak with love brings that truth closer into form. Take a moment to breathe. Right here, right now. Everything is in motion, even if you cannot see it yet. The shift you've been hoping for has already begun. Not because something out there changed, but because something in you did. You paused. You became aware. You softened the voice inside your mind and allowed a new tone to rise. You began to speak the language of the universe, the language of belief, love, and willingness. So often, we think the universe only hears our loudest cries or our boldest declarations, but truly, it hears everything, especially the soft, quiet shifts, especially the moments we whisper, "Maybe I am worthy after all. Maybe this can get better." That's when the current changes. That's when life starts to lean toward you. Because the universe is not only listening to your words, it's listening to your energy, your tone, your intention. It is not asking for perfection. It is responding to your presence. Your thoughts, your words, your feelings, they are the tools of creation. Every moment you become conscious of them, you reclaim your power as a co-creator with life. You don't have to speak with force. You don't have to use fancy language. You only have to speak with love, with belief, with gratitude, with willingness to trust that something greater is always working with you, for you, and through you. Even the smallest new phrase spoken sincerely can begin a powerful transformation. Even something as simple as, I trust myself. I believe it's possible. I welcome good things. You may not see the change overnight, but your energy will shift. Your mood will lift. Your body will soften. And one day, you will realize the miracle didn't come from the outside. It came because you changed the way you speak, because you chose a new frequency, because you started speaking the truth of who you really are, and the universe heard you. Let this be your reminder. You don't have to shout to be heard. You don't have to demand to receive. You don't have to fix yourself to be worthy. You only have to meet this moment with sincerity and presence. You only have to choose again, gently, with love. Let your words be soft but steady. Let your thoughts return again and again to kindness. Let your voice speak like a friend, like a healer, like a wise guide inside you. Because you are that. You are worthy. You are powerful. You are a creative force in this world. And your voice shapes your reality. As you go forward, carry one truth in your heart. You are always in conversation with the universe. And every time you speak with belief, the universe responds with grace. I speak with love. I speak with belief. I speak with gratitude. And as I do, the universe responds and the shift begins.